If you've seen situations where CEOs, presidents, whatever you have, heading a business or making a major operating or strategic shift, whether it's around labor, cost structure, or growth, where do you see the people side of that breakdown sometimes? You may be in an ELC meeting and we're talking about this is what we want to do. Everybody seems aligned on the ELC, and then you look up like six weeks, 6 months later, and there was this breakdown. I'm sure you've seen that on the length of your career, but what are some of the things you attribute that to?
Well, I think it starts at the executive level,
Mm,
and the I mentioned before around, how do you create an environment where people aren't buying, aren't it's not groupthink, right? It's like you're not so homogenized that you don't have a diversity of ideas and perspectives. I think that's the first step. But even then, it's making sure that you don't move so quickly that you haven't given everyone an opportunity to poke holes in it. And it's, alignment of whatever the initiative is to the strategy is the first key, right? Whatever we're doing, is it aligned to the organization strategy and or the purpose, right? The organization's
right.
reason for being. That's the first step, but it may be one of the more important. The next step is there truly alignment amongst the leaders themselves, right? Is it, is there enough conversation? Is there enough debate to make sure that, okay, we've worked this out. We've someone's been a devil's advocate. They're pushing back appropriately. Because if there's not buy-in there, that's where the breakdown starts to occur. Because as it gets cascaded, we're not managing change. We're not managing the alignment, everything. And then the train truly does come off the tracks. And so it's change management. If I had to encapsulate it in a larger bucket, is that we don't think about the change management implications to what we're doing, and ensuring that there's buy-in from the beginning, and that we create a desire all the way through the organization for to want to implement that change. If that desire is not created, people don't understand truly what's in it for them. It's hard then to make sure it's executed properly, and I think that's where it fails.